while yes, there is still suspense over what questions will be posed to K Kavitha, the fact is that the Enforcement Directorate today took a huge leap to link K Kavitha one day before her questioning in Delhi to Manish Sisodia. So Priya, one can safely assume that this case might throw up yet another arrest in the days ahead. Well, viewers, as I told you, the suspense has ended. It has well and truly ended. For the first time, the Enforcement Directorate, that has been under fire for launching alleged witch hunts against the opposition, and in specific, AAP's senior-most leader, Manish Sisodia, has opened its cards. And the cards today, viewers, were placed on the table of the trial court judge. The Enforcement Directorate told a trial court in Delhi that they have more than enough evidence to implicate Sisodia in the Liquorgate alleged kickback scandal. For the first time, in fact, viewers, the Enforcement Directorate has even put a number against Mr. Sisodia. The Enforcement Directorate has said that the proceeds of crime, when it comes to Mr. Sisodia, amount to rupees 292.8 crore rupees. So almost, viewers, 300 crores. Let me read out the exact statement. The proceed of crime at least rupees 292.8 crores, calculated as on date, which is likely to increase during the course of investigation, is attributable in respect of the role of Shri Manish Sisodia as under scanner. So viewers, that's the number that the ED believes Mr. Manish Sisodia managed to get his hands on. The alleged kickback scandal, viewers, has of course exploded on the national scene. The ED's dossier on Sisodia goes into details and is largely based on testimonies of several accused who claim that Sisodia is the alleged de facto kingpin of the Liquorgate alleged kickback scandal. And let me tell you, viewers, in sum, the ED says Manish Sisodia has conspired with other persons and actively involved tainted. So viewers, a quantum of money, the ED says, Mr. Manish Sisodia has actually concealed, transferred, generated from this tainted deal. These are all allegations. The ED says his statements under Section 50 of the PMLA Act 2002 has been recorded on 7/3/2023 and 9/3/2023. He is not revealing the truth by giving evasive replies, and hence he is not cooperating with the investigation for taking it to its logical end. Hence, custodial interrogation of Manish Sisodia is need of the hour to unearth this multi-crore scam, since the same is more illicit in nature. So they want now, and they have got, his custody so that they can press him on some of these alleged facts. Investigation shows, the ED claims, Manish Sisodia is actually involved in the process and connected with the proceeds of crime, and therefore Manish Sisodia is guilty of the offence of money laundering. Further, he has withheld information which is in his exclusive knowledge and extremely relevant to the investigation. Accordingly, Shri Manish Sisodia is arrested under provisions of Section 19 of the PMLA 2002 at 6:20 p.m. on 9/3/2023 in jail number 1, Tihar Prisons, New Delhi, in the interest of investigation and after following due process of law. Most importantly, viewers, the ED claims that the huge digital physical records have been seized. This is material evidence, they claim, during 189 search operations conducted till date by the ED under Section 17 of PMLA 2002. The same needs to be confronted with the arrestee Manish Sisodia. So they're going to show him, viewers, a number of WhatsApp messages, SMSs, etc. that has been recovered, this digital evidence, and ask him to explain this. In fact, most of this digital evidence has also been presented in this voluminous charge sheet, viewers. I mean, not really charge sheet, but remand note. Here it is. These are the WhatsApp messages. Now, obviously, viewers, all of these will be weighed up by the courts in the days ahead to begin assessing whether the Enforcement Directorate has a case. Let me also take you through some more details. This is again what the ED has told the court, and this is what they have gleaned from other accused. The dilution of excise policy happened at Sisodia's behest. Scam initiated by drafting of policy done by Sisodia and the group of ministers. Scam orchestrated by Vijay Nair and players of the South Group. The South Group is a lobby of half a dozen, a little over half a dozen companies, viewers, that held more than a dozen circles where the licenses were issued. Bucci Babu revealed political understanding between Ms. K Kavitha, who is of course of the BRS. She's the daughter of the Chief Minister of Telangana and is being summoned tomorrow for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate, and Mr. Manish Sisodia. That's the claim, viewers. These are all claims by the ED. We are not saying that these are facts. Dinesh Arora said Sanjay Singh met him, told him funds needed for polls. Dinesh Arora was, of course, another individual who owned a company and was seeking, in fact, licenses. Sisodia had direct role in getting files of Indo Spirits cleared with Excise Department. This is all that the ED has told. And let me quickly show you a flow chart, which we just showed you, but I didn't reference for you, viewers. This is how it all happened. 100 crores, and this has also been annotated here by the Enforcement Directorate in its submission before court. So our entire graphic on your screens is based on this. Basically, viewers, the South Group, as I said to you, a group of companies paid 100 crores in kickbacks to Vijay Nair, who is thought to be, at least the ED believes, he's very close to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi. And Mr. Vijay Nair then, viewers, paid some amount of money for the Goa election campaign of 2022. So the funds were necessary because the AAP wanted to fight elections, and they pumped in this money. The other parts of the 100 crores that were brought in from the South Group, some of that was paid to Abhishek Boinpalli and Dinesh Arora. As I said, both of these were individuals that were applying for liquor licenses. And these, in turn, specifically Dinesh Arora, paid allegedly Rajesh Joshi of Chariot Productions Media, who in turn also pumped in money into the Goa election campaign fund of the Aam Aadmi Party in 2002. And from there, this money was used to raise fake bogus invoices and paid part payments in cash. So all of this, viewers, is being put out by the Enforcement Directorate. There is also a more elaborate flow chart of other monies and other concessions that were made on the basis of alleged kickbacks. This is all what the ED has said. Now, viewers, let me very quickly talk you through what the AAP lawyer has said. And the AAP lawyer has come out and said there has been no money recovered from Mr. Sisodia. So how are you saying that Mr. Sisodia is guilty? Watch this.
Paper in the application, 50 pages or 58 pages of the application, and not a single proof they're going to show to the court that where money has reached Mr. Sisodia or not.
Now, viewers, I do my fact checking. And let me tell you, this argument that no money was recovered, etc., and therefore Sisodia can't be guilty is a bit, how should one put it politely, duplicitous. The Aam Aadmi Party, for example, said in 2016, when it called for the resignation of Prime Minister Modi, this is what it said. Advani ji resigned to ensure investigation in Hawala scam 1996. Now case of Modi taking bribe from Birla Sahara revealed. PM should resign. This was put out on December 22nd, 2016, 8:33 a.m. Now remember, viewers, no money was recovered from the Prime Minister. Kejriwal then went on to demand then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's resignation in 2013. And this is what he said: the brazen interference in the Colgate investigation by this government, in an investigation being currently monitored by the Supreme Court, shows the desperation of this government. He was referring to the UPA government, viewers, and requires the immediate sacking of the Law Minister, the Attorney General, apart from officials of the Prime Minister's office. In fact, it requires the resignation of the Prime Minister himself. No money was ever recovered from Dr. Manmohan Singh, from under his bed, or from his safe, or from anywhere, even his office. Now, viewers, let me also tell you that Mr. Kejriwal had to apologize for falsely leveling allegations of corruption in multiple cases after defamation cases were filed against him. He apologized to Arun Jaitley over corruption in DDCA. That was a charge he made. Again, there was no money trail, but he made that charge. B, apologized to Nitin Gadkari, who Kejriwal described as corrupt. Again, no money was ever recovered, but yes, Mr. Kejriwal accused Mr. Gadkari of corruption. Apologized to Amit Sibal and Kapil Sibal for leveling allegations of conflict of interest against them. And apologized to Bikram Majithia of the Akali Dal for linking him to the drug trade in Punjab, even though no recoveries were made. So, viewers, victim card you can play, but be consistent. Be consistent. That's fundamentally how it plays out. Let's open this up because we have some very interesting questions to ask of our panel tonight. And let's open this up. And I don't want to take up too much of anyone's time, so I'm going to go straight to Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst who's also a Congress sympathizer. Now, Mr. Poonawalla, the AAP says this is a witch hunt. The AAP says our Ram is being sent to Banvas. Ironically, it's the AAP today who's playing the Ram card. One would have thought that the BJP would be more adept at it, but nonetheless, the AAP is playing the Ram card. The Congress is, would it be fair to say, caught in a bit of a bind, or do you agree that this is a witch hunt? Because Mr. Ajay Makan, and I read out some of his comments yesterday, believes that Manish Sisodia should be thrown into jail. He's a corrupt man.
Rahul, the Congress is caught between the devil and the deep sea in this particular issue. And the reason it's caught is because it hasn't been able to articulate what its position should be on the national stage. And I think that's the reason why we see the Congress not quite making a national impact. There are two aspects to this debate, and I think we should... No,
one second. I started out by saying I wanted an initial comment on the Congress. So I'm glad that you framed it as a dilemma for the Congress. But now I want to quickly bring in the AAP representative on this show, or someone who speaks for AAP. And we have a couple of individuals. Fani Bhushan, political analyst, who speaks for AAP very, very passionately. So let me ask you, Mr. Fani Bhushan, and this is a direct question to you.
Yeah.
You are today basing this entire allegation that you have made against the Enforcement Directorate on the fact that no money has been recovered in any of these raids. But as I have brought out, and even Tehseen Poonawalla today is not standing toe-to-toe, shoulder-to-shoulder with the Aam Aadmi Party. He may have a general grouse against the ED because, after all, the ED has gone after his Sambandhan. But you have invoked a very interesting argument. No money recovered, so he must be innocent. Now, I have shown you examples in the past where the Aam Aadmi Party hasn't given this benefit of doubt to either Modi or Dr. Manmohan Singh or several others like Arun Jaitley, who the AAP had to apologize to. So why should there be a different yardstick for Sisodia and a different one from Prime Minister Modi, the former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, for the late Venerable Mr. Jaitley and a completely different set of yardsticks for Mr. Sisodia. Why?
Like as we have in the panel GVL sir too, and is the discussion about accusation and the corruption. Even sir from the BJP panel accused Sujna Chaudhary and CM Ramesh and termed them as Andhra Malyas. And I want to ask how many times he got got into the jail, and what happened to the case and everything. Because you are talking about some 210 crores scam, which ED referred as 6% of the turnover of all the companies, or around the 3,500 crore of Indo Spirits and everything turnover. It's out of 6% will be given to AAP every year is the allegation, and you termed it as already the money was sent and used. And even the lawyer said there is, out of 58 pages of application, there is no money trail that was linked to Sisodia. And if you see, after the new policy had happened, there is a rule that there is no need of selling at MRP price, which means out of the 12% where the retailers have the margin, they can even sell it with very less price also. If you consider this, I want to know where, how they are able to generate the money without even the margin and give it to Manish Sisodia, which that was alleged. Because it's always said 6% to 12% was increased, the other 6% is directly go to the pockets of Sisodia ji.
Now, Funny Bhushan, I didn't ask you that question. Maybe you misunderstood my question. My question was straightforward. I wanted to know that the yardsticks that have been used by the AAP, I'll get to GVL Narasimha Rao, don't worry. I have his letter, in fact, the one that he wrote
I also have the video.
Pancharia ji. I have that here, who is the Honorable Chairman of the Ethics Committee of Rajya Sabha. It's right here, and he wrote about the Malyas. But that I'll come back to. I just want to ask you, Mr. Bhushan, it's a very simple, straightforward question. You have said that no money has been recovered from Manish Sisodia, so he must be innocent. He is our Ram. He is Maryada Purush. But no money was recovered in the Sahara Birla Diaries accusation from Narendra Modi, the current Prime Minister. Neither was it recovered from Dr. Manmohan Singh, who you said played a stellar role in the Colgate scandal. Neither was it recovered from Arun Jaitley, the late Arun Jaitley, who you said was corrupt and was carrying out all sorts of underhand practices in the DDCA. So I just want to ask you, sir, why should Manish Sisodia be judged by a different yardstick and the others not? You didn't answer my question. Can you answer this?
Can I take that, Rahul?
No, it's okay. I'll come to you in a few moments. Don't worry,
I want to answer.
Reddy.
Like there is one easy narrative that's keep going on. If you are in BJP and get cases on you, you will be.
So you were also making shoot and scoot allegations like the BJP makes against.
It's like
against Prime Minister Narendra Modi and against the former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Just answer me that. If you think that it's okay to throw keychad on everybody, it's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Who have CBI and ED in their hand?
Let us talk only about investigation in this case. Let us restrict ourselves to that.
Yeah. But he's not. You see, the point is, Mr. Bhushan believes that we're all fools. That the AAP can go and demand people's resignation, sack them, hang them. But when it comes to their own leader, we shouldn't, because they are Ram or they're Prahlad. So I want to ask you, Funny Bhushan, again, please, I'm badgering you a little bit. You need to come clean on this. You say others should resign, but your leader is Ram when corruption allegations are made. Why?
And if you see the fastness of the case, in this just Sisodia case, by the time CBI bail trial was about to start.
You're not answering my question.
ED
Now, Funny
has
Bhushan,
arrested
we can go into
Sisodia
this
again.
all night.
And
I
they're
can
just
ask you
playing
this and you will
volleyball.
dodge and the viewer will realize that there is something wrong here. We can do this the whole night. I have a lot of time on my hands. But I'm going to open this up.
Provisions of CRPC and investigation.
If they have a solid proof, it will be
He is not aware of the provisions
already.
of investigation.
Without having
how
a
case ought
solid
to be
proof,
investigated.
They have solid proof. They are saying they have solid proof. They have depositions, sir. They have WhatsApp messages. They have put them here. This is the big document that has been submitted. You see how thick it is? How many pages it is? Should I read out the material they have collected? You see, my point is that they are claiming solid proof. There, WhatsApp chats, several of them, not just one. They have depositions of people. So I want you to explain. Now, money trail of kickbacks received. On page 40, viewers on page 40, the ED claims.
People and other South group.
Sir, here it is.
Rahul, shall I simplify it for
Okay,
Mr.
Bhaskar Reddy wants to step in.
It's a purely
former Bengaluru top cop
provisions.
who was with the Aam Aadmi Party. Sorry, Bhaskar Rao.
Not Bhaskar Reddy, Bhaskar Rao.
Bhaskar Rao, sorry. Bhaskar Rao steps in. Now, Bhaskar Rao.
See, let Mr. Funny Bhushan be clear.
Yeah.
If anybody is called for investigation by an investigative authority over there, if they are not able to answer the questions and give evasive answers at that time, and the investigation officer has got sufficient information to see that he can throw light on that, but he is giving evasive answers, such a person is sent to judicial custody and is brought back so that he comes back once again to give proper answers over there. And the amount of evidence that is already there on paper, not created by anybody else, created by the Delhi government, by making a U-turn on that, by making a correction, and by unilaterally withdrawing, etc. Because there are 2-3 aspects to it. The first aspect is the flaw in the policy and later making a U-turn out of it. And then trying to bring about a policy in such a great hurry, trying to see that a bigger evil is controlled. But actually what has happened, the government abdicated its responsibility and things just went absolutely out of control. And the proceeds for completely privatizing went to the southern group or southern chapter which you have been mentioning over there.
Yeah, but these are all allegations by the Enforcement Directorate. Now I want to ask you, Mr. Bhaskar, one second. You were with the Aam Aadmi Party. You were a vice president of the Aam Aadmi Party in your state. And I want to ask you this question. It's a very important question. Has today the Aam Aadmi Party lost the moral high ground on corruption? And that too a year before the 2024 elections. The Congress lost it in 2014. It cost them. Will the AAP pay? I want to ask you, since you quit the AAP, why did you quit the AAP?
Because there was total lack of transparency in the decision making, and what they say and what they do, there is a lot of variance in that. I had thought that this is going to be a straightforward thing. In fact, in this liquor case itself, when we were doing door-to-door campaigning, people used to ask, what is happening over here? We expected at least, I wanted information that put out a white paper at least, give an example of what your innocence is, that come out clean and say what exactly you did and what has gone wrong. If a white paper was there highlighting what all had happened over there, people would have got convinced. So if there is such a kind of a cloak of secrecy over there, how you have taken decisions over there. Now calling yourself Ram, Vanavas and making an emotional appeal to children, etc., that doesn't cut ties. When I was in Aam Aadmi Party, the workers used to say, how do we answer such questions when people ask us, sir? Get us some information from Delhi, how we can answer. So many times we brought it to the notice of our local president to bring the answers from there. In fact, there is a Ravi Shankar committee, which is a wonderful committee which gave recommendations earlier also over there. He was a joint commissioner of excise here, and how government of Karnataka does this over there. But they never brought out anything of that kind. So I would say that yes, the moral high ground is lost, either out of incompetence or
Aam Aadmi
out of
Party has lost its USP. That's the charge. Very quick response from Tehseen Poonawalla, very quickly. Has it lost the moral high ground on corruption?
Well, to lose high ground, you have to be on high ground. These were a bunch of people who came in who preached morality to the entire world. And now the roosters have come home to roost, as the saying goes. So for me, from the time of Anna Hazare, I think that this particular movement and this party had no moral high ground. So there are a lot of questions, as Bhaskar Rao ji said, rightly, that need to be answered, which Aam Aadmi Party is not answering. But there are more pertinent questions which the Honorable MP is now going to ask. And the Honorable MP will never be able to answer these questions. Then how, sir, is it that under the CBI, 124 raids are taken place and 118 on the opposition and just 6 on BJP and its allies? How under the Enforcement Directorate, 121 raids take place, 115 on the opposition and just 5 on the BJP and its allies, with the magic in the ED raid? Because ED has become BD, Bajrang Dal, and it's become an instrument of magic. The magic is, I can give you 3 names. Himanta Biswa Sharma, the BJP writes a letter, investigation starts, he comes to the BJP, investigation stalls. Then is Mukul Roy, even further magic. When he's in the TMC, investigation is going on. He comes miraculously to the BJP, investigation stops. He goes back to the TMC, investigation starts, and so is the case with Ajit Pawar. Why does the ED act like an arm of the BJP? Even with regards to Manish Sisodia, who I think has a lot to answer with the JNDT Act 1991, the Transaction of Business Schools 1993, Delhi Excise Acts 2009, Delhi Excise Rules 2010. All of these questions needed to be asked. But why couldn't ED summon him before? Today on the eve, when his bail is going to be decided, ED now comes and decides that Manish Sisodia should be taken into custody. Why does the ED act as an arm of the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Okay.
That is the simple question you need.
Okay, let me ask, because G.V. Narasimha Rao, this is what I anticipated. Now, Mr. Bhushan began by saying, I'm seeing the member of parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party, G.V. Narasimha Rao. He said, I have a letter, and I have that letter also. In that letter, sir, you say, as a champion of public issues, leaders like you have set high standards for people entering public life. I'm writing to bring to your kind notice serious breach of ethics on part of 2 members of Rajya Sabha, namely CM Ramesh and Mr. Y.S. Chaudhary. Both are involved in allegations of massive financial bungling and fraud. The ED also put out a tweet with the number on it. The amount that Y.S. Chaudhary has supposed to have basically usurped, 5,700 crores, and diverted them into several shell companies, etc., etc. And you have attached documentary proof. Yet, sir, Mr. Chaudhary was taken in by the Bharatiya Janata Party and not prosecuted. So, number one, the ED, therefore, seems to have, or maybe the government that reports, the ED reports to, which is your government, has lost credibility to make this case. Even you can't take the moral high ground today.
Thank you, Rahul, for the opportunity. Let me make 3 points. I'll come to the point, your question you asked, as the third point.
Okay.
Because it has a particular flow. Point number 1, what is money laundering? Because Mr. Manish Sisodia is being charged under PMLA Act. Offense of money laundering, which is described in the chapter 2 of the PMLA Act. It says, it doesn't talk about the recovery of hard cash and things like that. It says, this is the only definition of money laundering. Whosoever directly or indirectly attempts to indulge or knowingly assists or knowingly is a party or is actually involved in any process or activity connected with the proceeds of crime and projecting it as untainted property shall be guilty of offense of money laundering. So they have already talked about 100 crores having been paid through the Hawala route. I'm sure ED will substantiate its own findings. And if that is established, I think you don't need to recover hard currency from the bed of Manish Sisodia or from his drawing room. As long as it has been done with his knowledge or with his second, why are so many cases? The second question was, Tehseen asked, why is ED and CBI, why are the most cases against the opposition leaders? We have been in government for nearly 9 years now. Have you been able to charge Modi ji's government even with 1 case of corruption? Has there been any taint or any involvement of any minister in any misdeed or misappropriation?
But sir, how will you know
could not
this?
even make one charge. The only
If you
charge
have investigators that are run, no, one second. If you control the investigating agency, one second. If you control the investigating agency, sir, then how does anyone look for anything? They'll say, "Bhai, kuch hai hi nahi. Why am I looking?" The opposition is making false allegation, and that's the end of the case. This is what has happened.
Rahul, I'm giving you.
No, why? You have to answer my question, sir. All this prelude is great, and sir, a preamble. We are not writing the constitution here. I'm only asking you a simple question.
We have been in government for
One individual, Y.S. Chaudhary.
Case of corruption could you level against us?
No, one second,
Rahul,
one
there is
second.
no
I'll tell you, Y.S. Chaudhary. One second, Y.S. Chaudhary is a living example.
Being there,
You alleged.
other
No,
agencies.
one second, Mr. Rao. One second. I'm dealing with GVL Narasimha Rao. One second. Y.S. Chaudhary, you said, was involved in a scam.
It's coming to it.
No, to the tune of 5,700 crores. And that the ED has found this and the ED has found that. But you take Y.S. Chaudhary into your party. First of all, why did you take a corrupt person that you accused of corruption into your party? Number one. Number two, then the ED goes away. There's been no arrest. He's not Chakki.
I tell you, there has never been any let up or any reprieve given to anybody, but we have admitted him into the party. That's a fact. I will have to admit.
Why do you take a person that GVL Narasimha Rao, a member of parliament from the BJP, said is corrupt?
There has never been any.
These are the words. The case of Y.S. Chaudhary is even more dangerous as his business operations remain shady and it seems thousands of crores have been borrowed using political clout and patronage. This is your letter. Yet, sir, your party took him in. Such a dangerous person with such dubious sources of money. It could be Dawood's money. Who's to know? You yourself have made these claims. Dubious money, shady. Why is he in your party? Sir, this is amazing.
No. I think don't question. He whatever he borrowed was from the banks for business purposes. There were certainly allegations. There was an inquiry. To the best of my knowledge, that inquiry is continuing.
The case of Mr. Y.S.
today.
Chaudhary is even more dangerous as his business operations remain shady and it seems thousands of crores have been borrowed using political clout and patronage. If he's borrowed, sir, from banks using clout.
Have I withdrawn my statement or has the ED withdrawn the case? To the best of my knowledge, there has never been any reprieve.
Okay. See, listen, is he in custody, sir?
In fact, no.
He has got public money. No, Mr. One second, let me bring in Mr. Rao. Mr. Bhaskar Rao is trying to outdo you. Let me ask you, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, why has Y.S. Chaudhary not been arrested?
No investigative agency. Yeah, I will answer your question. See, when allegations like this fly or letters are written, etc., by someone, then they are taken to a party, etc. You said that the allegations have been, the case remains, but that ED has gone away. No, it is not like that. No investigative agency has got Paramadhikar or Sarvadhikar saying that they are the end all and be all over there. The same Supreme Court gives relief to everybody who has approached it over there. If you have found that such and such a person has had such a kind of allegation against them, you approach an institution above the investigating agency. They never approached. Probably their allegations were not serious enough meriting such a kind of thing over there.
Let's not defend the indefensible here. Now, come on, sir. You've been a former law enforcement official. Please don't defend the indefensible. Now you're getting people very upset. And there are a large number of viewers who are listening to you and they're... No, sir. They're not going to... Please, don't make this... Don't trivialize this.
You have an avenue.
The man has not even been arrested, sir.
You already come to a conclusion, indefensible dismissal.
I have not come to the conclusion. Your fellow member of the BJP, GVL Narasimha Rao, who's a member of parliament, came to this conclusion.
You cannot come to a conclusion over there.
He came to the conclusion, it's his letter.
Over there, if you have made an allegation...
So tell me something, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, 1 second. Was GVL Narasimha Rao wrong? Was GVL Narasimha Rao wrong? I'm asking you. Mr. Bhaskar Rao, was GVL Narasimha Rao wrong to have written this letter?
I am not getting into individuals. See,
naturally you are not getting into individuals.
Okay, let me answer you. See, it is not the question of individuals. I am talking about institution.
Anyhow.
If you have said that institution has gone away over there, you bring back the institution by a constitutional order over there from the Supreme Court over there.
This is the most hilarious argument I've heard
Viewers,
in a long time.
there is no point
Rahul,
dealing with
What is hilarious
dealing
about
with
it?
Mr.
It
Bhaskar
is a
Rao tonight
constitutional provision.
because
And if you're
he's
not
not
gone to the
making any
Constitution,
sense.
you will only find
He's leaving
hilarious
the
about that.
onus not on the agencies, not even on the BJP, but on others now to file cases to arrest Mr. Chaudhary. I mean, look at the ridiculousness of all of this. Please don't make a joke out of things, sir. Please, you're a responsible man. I want to open this up. 1 second. Let me bring in Karthik Reddy. Let me bring in Neelam Ramesh. These are important persons. First, Neelam Ramesh. Neelam Ramesh, your party chief. Let me ask you this question. The YSR TP, not CP but TP, Telangana viewers, led by YSR CP chief Jagan Reddy's sister. Now, she came out and said that Kavitha, K Kavitha, who is one of the co-accused in this Liquorgate scam, not right now an accused, she is being called in for questioning. I stand corrected. She is under the lens, is staging a farce by going on protest. Why are you making this claim? Before I bring in the BRS to respond to you, Neelam Ramesh, why? Why are you making this claim? She's your state mate. The agencies could come after you tomorrow, Mr. Ramesh. The ED could come after you. The CBI could come after you. Why are you not standing with K Kavitha, showing support?
Rahulji, there's two things we like to confirm on this. One thing is we like to confine to Kavitha, and Kavitha today has done a fasting at Delhi. Why only today? Number one, why today? Why not 1 year back? Why not 6 months back? And she not given 33% reservation in BRS government last 2 terms. Her father is a CM 2 terms, not 1 time. In these 2 terms, there is no 33% reservation in Telangana. Why not in Telangana? Listen, 1 second. Karthikji, wait. So next thing is, they are not given, and she has to do fasting in front of the CM's house, not at the Delhi. She has to do fasting in front of the CM's house, number one. Number two, she already first time, she has won on the fair name of KCR, not around. Second time, she lost the game. Why she lost the game? She has a lot of confusion, lot of scams on her within the Telangana, but still no case are filed up because they are in power. Number two. Next thing is, when she has come to MLC, she not able to wait more than 1 year without power. She has an MLC. After she becoming MLC, do you think there is no other person better than Kavitha who can be MLC woman? Why not? And next thing is, after MLC, I come from same place, Kamareddy. She is MLC from our own place. She has not visited more than 10 times, but she thrown mobiles more than 10 numbers.
Okay, Karthik Reddy, please respond, because this is not the BJP. Your opponent, in 1 second, in Telangana that is making the claim. This is YSR TP that is making the claim.
Yes.
And they have nothing in common with the BJP. So Karthik Reddy, you need to respond. Everyone is saying that there is something wrong here.
Yes, Rahul.
Hi Rahul, finally, thanks for letting me speak. I hope the panelists and yourself will let me speak at least for a few minutes. See, if you ask me to react to a party like YSRTP, we do not take them seriously, and their allegations are baseless. And what they said is completely not related to what we are speaking. See, Rahul, please, Rahul.
We are in field for 250 days.
Rahul,
Let the BRS spokesperson speak, Mr. Reddy.
Was I not silent?
No, please, this is not fair. Let him speak. He never interrupted you. Please, let him speak. Yes, BRS spokesperson. Go ahead.
See, coming to the larger picture, Rahul, we are talking about ED and the opposition leaders of this country. You spoke at length regarding Manish Sisodia. You spoke at length the allegation made against the ED, against Kavitha and all. See, you have to realize there is this saying, when the king himself becomes the judge, jury and executioner, even the God can't help you. Today, the BJP, which is the ruling party of the country, has become the king, which wants to become the judge, jury and the executioner. We want to file fictional cases, concoct stories against our leaders. Then you send out your troll army, your social media, your spokespersons on televisions. Then you also brand us. You become the judge, jury, and executioner. The hypocrisy of the BJP and the ruling elite has become such, reached such heights, is Rahul, as we have respected. 1 second, Rahul.
Based on facts, as presented by the ED.
1 minute. 1 minute. As there is Mr. G.L. Narswar Rao today, I want to also show you the video of Mr. G.V. Narasimha Rao, what he spoke today about Sujana Chaudhary. I don't know where to show this. There are enough Telugu speakers in the panelists, and there are many Telugu speakers in your viewership. You know what he was saying? He was directly questioning Mr. Sujana Chaudhary, the ill-gotten wealth he got. And today, Mr. G.V. Narasimha Rao, you can let go of a good length ball, but this is Yorker. You cannot let it go.
Sure.
You
now,
that
much we have established, sir. You will appreciate, Mr. Reddy, that I asked these questions of G.V. Narasimha Rao, but you're not answering the fundamental question tonight, and I want to come back to you. No, Mr. Reddy, please. I'm asking you this.
Yes, please.
You see, fine. The Enforcement Directorate, you say, is, a cage parrot. It is doing the bidding of the government. Fair enough. Let's go with that for a moment. 1 second. But the charge that is being made against Ms. K Kavitha is not being made in isolation. The ED is quoting Mr. Bucci Babu. Now, can I ask you, first of all, what is the relationship between Mr. Bucci Babu and K Kavitha?
Okay, you have to spare me a few minutes here, Rahul. That's just because you asked me a specific question.
Yes.
See, when the allegation is made by an agency, it is the onus of the agencies to prove what is the relationship. How does Rahul Shivshankar or Karthik Reddy know what is the relation between two people? Now that the ED has said these guys are related somehow in some business or not, whatnot, it is for the investigation agencies to prove, Rahul, who are you or who are me?
Okay.
So this is completely, see, this is what I said. Let's not become the executioners here. I've loved your debate. You have taken one of the most unbiased debates in the recent times. Please don't tarnish this. You have to ask the question. I'll tell you a simple fact. Mr. G.V. Narasimha Rao Garu should also answer this. This is the ED action in the last 24 hours, right? Lallu Prasad Yadav's close aide, Abu, raided by ED. Lallu Prasad Yadav's brother-in-law, former SP MLC Jitendra Yadav is raided. Boni Sen Gupta of the TMC is raided. NCP MLA Hassan Mushrif has been raided in Bombay. Manish Sisodia arrested by ED. ED raids in Ranchi for Manish Sisodia's case. ED summons Uddhav Sena's MLC Anil Parab. Rahul, is this ED Enforcement Directorate or is this enforced BJP rule directorate? What is this?
Okay.
Are kuch to sharam karo, yaar.
Kuch to sharam karo. But let me still ask you. Fair enough. I think I've asked those questions of Mr. G.V. Narasimha Rao.
This is Besharmi.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Now, I just want to ask you this. This is Mr. Bucci Babu, and I'm just going to elaborate on the relationship in just a few moments. Mr. Bucci Babu, in his statement dated 23/2, has disclosed that there was a political understanding between Ms. K Kavitha and the CM and Deputy CM of Delhi. In that process, K Kavitha has also met Mr. Vijay Nair on 19th and 20th of March 2021. Vijay Nair was trying to impress K Kavitha with what he could do in the policy. Vijay Nair was acting on behalf of the CM, Delhi Shri Arvind Kejriwal, and Deputy CM Manish Sisodia. Vijay Nair was working on the excise policy on their behalf. The understanding was that in exchange of the favors that can be done in the policy and the Delhi liquor business for K Kavitha, some funds would be given to the AAP. Now, this is a statement made by Mr. Bucci Babu. And Siddharth Talia is going to elaborate for us viewers the exact relationship between Bucci Babu, as the ED claims, and K Kavitha. Now, I want to ask you, why would Bucci Babu implicate himself in this matter by saying, yes, I was there, this is what happened? If anything, he would have said, this is all lies. Like K Kavitha would have said, I don't know K Kavitha. Why is he implicating himself?
See, I want to take you all back to very infamous cases this country knows pretty well. The 2002 riots, which was against the Prime Minister himself, and the Shorabuddin encounter case, which was against our own Amit Shah. In those witnesses, you will see multiple people giving out alleged statements against the Prime Minister and our Honorable Home Minister. What did the court finally do? See, now the allegations are only limited to what these people have said. The judgment or these allegations leveled which has to be grounded, the responsibilities, onus is on the agencies or on the court. They can allege anything. I'll tell you one more thing, Rahul. Today, in the afternoon, I don't know, one Mr. Ramchandra Pillai today filed an application in the court saying, I want to withdraw my statement given to the ED. One of these gentlemen is involved in one of those cases. So I am alleging maybe the ED and CBI are fabricating evidences. Maybe they are scaring the witnesses.
Okay.
Otherwise, why would Mr. Van Ramchandra
So,
Pillai
Bucci
take
Babu,
his statement back?
Kavitha's former auditor is playing an innings at the behest of the Enforcement Directorate. That's what you're saying, number one. Manoj Rai, Pernod Ricard employee, Vijay Nair acted on behest of Sisodia. Kejriwal is also someone who has been gamed. Devendra Sharma, Sisodia's PA, bought mobiles that were used by Sisodia. He's also, of course, lying. Arun Pillai, Hyderabad businessman, alleged Binami of BRS MLC, K Kavitha, also partner Indospirit Group, also gamed witness, you're saying. All of these are game people, and now they are all turning turtle. Okay, fair enough. Look. At the end of the day, corruption has returned to the mainstream of Indian politics. Okay, GVL Narasimha Rao wants to quickly respond. Yes. And there is, of course, Tehseen. Yes. Yeah, very quickly, sir.
No, Rahul, Rahul, none of the parties, the prime actors involved, they have not said that they have nothing to do with this particular scam. I have not heard Kavitha say this. Ms. Kavitha has not made this statement. I don't know these individuals that our friend on the panel, the BRS spokesperson, is saying. Kavitha has not said, I have nothing to do with liquor scam. There is no one who is saying all the allegations are absurd and there is absolutely no hanky-panky. Then why were phones destroyed? Why were the SIM cards destroyed? Is this not a fact of life? Is it not a fact that Kavitha met with the Deputy Chief Minister and people like Vijay Nair? What was she doing with them? What was being discussed with them? What was the messages being exchanged? So I think you cannot, this is an open and shut case. Just by making counter allegations against the BJP, you cannot get away. If you have charges against BJP, please do politically fight them, go to the courts, go to any institution where you can establish those cases.
Okay, Tehseen
But in
Poonawalla is
all the
responding to you.
cases, Lalu Yadav, can you not say the IRCT, this railway scam did not happen? There is evidence.
The Honorable...
Can any of you say, all of them
Sir,
are only
I'll
saying
answer
this?
you.
We are all corrupt. We have
Okay.
been
I'll answer
caught.
you.
So Lalu was convicted.
Scams.
Lalu was convicted in...
But why are you saving some people? Go ahead and expose
Lalu was
them.
convicted multiple times, viewers, in the Fodder scam. Tehseen Poonawalla, these are convicted individuals.
We have evidence. A case against BJP MLA Mr. Mandal Virupaksha was lodged by none other than a constitutional body called the Lokayukta. His son was caught red-handed with money. Money was found from the house of the BJP MLA. Mr. Narasimha Rao just said on your show, where was money found on the bed? Money was found on the bed. You know what happened? The courts came in and said, look, you cannot even discuss this case on a TV channel. And then the court said, just merely because money is found does not make it corruption. And the BJP gave the same MLA the cash was found from where Mr. Bhaskar Rao comes a hero's welcome. The BJP is misusing agencies. When a constitutional body finds cash in an MLA's house, they have not suspended the MLA, they have given a hero's welcome and threatening us with defamation.
Okay, look, one second. I can't get into this case because, viewers, the courts have put a gag order on anyone even discussing this. Now, why they have done it in their great wisdom, I don't know, viewers. I thought light was the best antiseptic. But the courts, of course, in this country are a law unto themselves. So they have decided that no media should talk about this case where allegedly money was recovered from a very powerful individual. So I don't know why they've done it, but I'm not going to be hauled up and thrown into jail because Tehseen Poonawalla has decided to rake this matter up. Take it up. No, take it up in the Supreme Court. Tell your courts how to behave. Whatever you want to do, sir, don't do it here. I'll go to jail. I just want to make it very clear, viewers. But I just want to also point out one basic fact. Set aside everything else. Corruption is back, front and center, as one of the key issues that is going to decide the 2024 race, viewers. And the Enforcement Directorate that is copying so much criticism on being selective, the CBI, etc., all these agencies will need to ensure that these cases reach a logical conclusion, because if they can't, there's going to be problems for them. Viewers, for the second day, we're going to have to discuss another very important story.